Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry for the absence. I wanted to put out a video that I would be gone for a little bit because my work requires me to travel. And this trip is going to be about 4 months. It was cut short, obviously, because of this coronavirus stuff going on. And fortunately enough, I got to come back home early, be with my family, but it sucks that everything's going on. And I hope everybody out there is safe. But I wanted to make a quick video, not just to address that, but because I got something in that I'm super excited about. And here it is. This is Nikon's Black Forza Forest Black FX1000. This is a 6-24 by 50 millimeter scope, first focal plane. It's a very basic reticle. It is illuminated. I'll show you the reticle design right there. It is in mils. I prefer mils. But I wanted to put this out there because I think this is an exceptional buy, especially at the price that they're going on now. Now, for those who didn't know, Nikon has officially left the rifle optic game. From what I understand, they're going to continue to make spotting scopes, rangefinders, and their typical Nikon products, but rifle scopes will be no more. Now this, I think, MSRP'd at around $800 or $899, I believe it was, for this particular one. And I found it online at Euro Optics for I think it was like $549.99. But if you go through their eBay account, you can get it for $499. Now, as you guys know, I live in Pennsylvania. I ordered this yesterday. I want to say around 3 p.m. Ordered it. I picked it up today. It shipped out yesterday, and I got it today. Less than 24 hours. I picked it up at 1:30 from the post office. Awesome. They're out of Montoursville here in Central PA. So, yeah, man, I think it's a phenomenal buy for the feature set that you get with this. Now, I'm just going to do a quick unboxing, let you know what's in it. And then this is going to go on my Bergara HMR 6.5, which I have right here. That's my Bergara. It's already in device right now, but as you can see, I have it here. Now what's sitting on it is a Vortex Viper 4-16 by 44. It's not their HS or anything like that. It's just a basic Viper with the crosshair reticle. Now this is a pretty good scope. I did not originally buy the scope. This rifle was I purchased it originally. I ended up trading it for a motorcycle to a friend of mine, and I originally had a SWFA Super Sniper thick 16 power scope. I ended up replacing that one with the 10 power, and when I traded it to my buddy, he had this scope on it that he bought from another buddy. Threw it on here. He eventually sold it to a friend of ours, Chris, who was the original owner of this scope. And then a couple days ago, I traded a AR and a little bit of cash to get this back. So that's kind of the story of this. I didn't want to get rid of this to begin with, but my buddy ended up basically giving me a motorcycle, and I didn't feel right about just taking it. And we had spoke that eventually over time, I would just get back to him, throw him some money for it. So I knew he was in a tight spot. I gave him the rifle. I said, you can either keep it or you can sell it, and that'll give you the money you need. And that's how this ended up going somewhere else. And then here, a year later, less than a year later, it's landed back in my lap, and I'm happy to have it back. So this scope here is better suited for hunting, and I am going to hold on to this so I get a more dedicated hunting platform. I think this will it obviously do the role of hunting. It is a little bit on the heavier side, and I plan to make it a little bit heavier because I think I am gonna go with making this a long range project. Now I did take a class with this 2 years ago, going on 2 years, or yeah, June will be 2 years. I took a long range precision class out in Central PA. Shooter's Gauntlet is the name of the class, or the name of the school. A gentleman by the name of Bob Ramos owns it. Phenomenal guy, phenomenal class, uh, phenomenal property, man. They had it's just really nice, really really nice. But Shooter's Gauntlet, if you're ever interested, look them up. Bob Ramos. If they ask how you heard about that, just tell them that I put out a video with this information. Tell them Ivan suggested this on Airborne Adventures YouTube channel, and that's how you heard about them. You should know who I am. We're on Facebook together and all that other stuff. So, if not, it doesn't matter. I don't get paid for this. I'm not asking for any money. I think just what they provide, especially for our area, is great. And some of the instructors they come through are great. So anyway, getting back to this, that black FX1000 is going to go on here. At some point, I think I'm going to change this barrel out. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it. I like this stock. I might end up just getting like a Remington 700 and dropping it in this and then using that as just a regular hunting rig. But that's for another video, so I'll follow up with this at a later date. But back to the unboxing. I want to kind of keep this video as short as possible. And I know how I can get. I can ramble. And sometimes my videos are really long. So, let's adjust this camera here. So you can see what's in here. So, you see what comes in the box. It's packaged, basic packaging, not a big deal. What I do like is that they give you this this sunshade. Whereas most places you have to order the sunshade or buy it separately, and it's like an extra $20, sometimes more. And honestly, I don't think it's worth extra $20. That was a situation with my SWFA. Ordered it, and it was like a little over $20 for it. But yep, as you can see, Nikon produced. Part number RSH-21. What else comes in here? Oh, they provide CR2032 battery, button battery for the optic for the illumination. They give you a little Allen here. I don't know if this is 1.5 or 2 mil Allen, but that is going to be to remove the turret and set the zero stop. And here we have is the tool to remove the cap for the battery compartment. So, which is pretty cool. Don't know if it's necessary, but it's nice that they added it. So let's pull this out. And before we get to that, you got your instruction manual here. Now this will cover, this instruction manual covers both the 4-16 by 50 and the 6-24 by 50. Now, if you see there's two 4-16s, that's because the one 4-16 is not illuminated, and that's an option. So it's pretty much whatever floats your boat, but everything seems pretty good imagery. Instructions seem to be very very thorough, but not overwhelming. And like I said, it covers all the models, and then obviously they have it in different languages. Now, what's interesting about this is that just like my primary arms, GLX 2.5 to 10, it is made in the Philippines. You can see right here. Now it does come with these bikini style scope caps. Probably won't ever use them because I don't care for these type. They just kind of get in my way and frustrate me. But it's got some weight to it, but not as heavy. It's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. Now it is listed as being, I believe, 23 or 24 ounces. Doesn't have it here, but I read it somewhere else. I think when I was looking at it on the website, that it is 23 ounces, 24 ounces, something like that. I'll adjust this. You know, just watching my hands there. But so yeah. So it looks very nice. One thing I'll note that you'll notice when you get it is that the adjustments are a little bit stiff at first, and once it gets going, it gets going. It's probably just got to work that grease in there. But the focus ring here is very smooth. It's not tensioned too tightly, but it's got enough tension that it'll stay where you need it to stay. Obviously marked plus and negative, so you can see which direction you're going, with a notch right there, so you can see where your revolution is. Same thing here, your magnification ring. It's not loose, but it's not too tight. It's a little snug when you first do it, but as you start moving it back and forth, you'll feel it loosen up. But it's very smooth and consistent all the way around. Now, I really like these turrets. I like the knurling here. Very positive. I like all the markings. Very clean. Shows you both not only on top of each the elevation and windage, which direction is what, but it says it right here as well. And you can see here, it does it all the way around. All the way around the elevation and windage knob. On this side here, you have your on off, which I didn't put the battery in here, but it's got on and off in between. Each one is offsetting, which is nice, and I much prefer that as just having to rotate all the way around. It's just a preference thing. I'm not opposed to the other way, but if I can get it, I'd rather this. And here you have your parallax adjustment on the inside. It goes from 50 to infinity, or actually 50 to 1,000, then infinity. But very smooth, and just about all the adjustment rings, from the ocular piece here, or the focus ring here, to your magnification ring, to your parallax ring, they all feel pretty much the same. Very smooth, got a nice bit of tension to them, and I think that they feel well made. They got that really nice knurling there, so you get a positive grip no matter how your hands are super dry, sweaty, whatever. You'll get good positive traction on them. Yeah. Now that the clicks on these are positive, and you don't get, there's almost zero perceivable movement when it's in between, and it's set. And the hashes, each hash mark is lining up perfectly with your indicator mark, which is right down here. I would prefer louder clicks, I guess. That's a personal thing. But they're very positive. Now, I've seen in other videos where people, or one said that it's very easy to go past your adjustment. I'm not seeing that. I don't like scopes where they're very hard to adjust, and I gotta zip them, and then you're struggling to move them. I don't care for that, but I think these are very well made. Everything lines up. I can't stand when I'm using a scope and I go to set it at 1 mil and it's sitting between 1 and 0.9 or 1 and 1.1 mils. That drives me up the damn wall. But yeah, everything seems very good on this quality wise. I like that a lot. Now let's take a look at this 6 power. Now, reticle's actually pretty nice. Turn this up. Now, the reticle was the only thing that I wasn't exactly excited about, and that's because I like more of a Christmas tree style, but it's not bad. I thought that the crosshairs were going to be thicker, and that was one of my concerns, and it's not. It's actually a really nice crosshair. At 24 power, it's not too thick. Now, that may vary depending on how you feel. If you're looking for a PRS style where you're trying to shoot extremely small groups at extreme distances, maybe that might bother you. Personally, if I can get it for long range precision shooting, I prefer like a 0.4 or 0.04, whatever it is, floating dot. Some people like the center, somebody like the chevron. I'm kind of neck and neck between a chevron and a floating dot. Floating dot, I feel, lets you see the target while still being precise. And the same thing with the chevron, and being that you have that point as your aiming point, it allows you to be infinitely small for your aiming. But I still think it's a very nice reticle. It has half mil hashes with 0.1 mil in between. 0.2 mil, I believe. But yeah, I think that it's very nice. You have max internal adjustment for your elevation and windage. It says 17 mils of adjustment, but I was on Sniper's Hide reading up on this, and the guy that works for Nikon that pushed this optic said you can actually get up to, I believe, 20 mils, but they went down in what they're doing, and other people have also said they've gotten a lot more than 17 mils of adjustment on their elevation and windage. So I think that's really good. I don't ever adjust windage. I typically hold off. The only thing I adjust is elevation. So once that's set, that's set. But I am super excited. I'm obviously not going to speak too much to the glass clarity because I am not able to see it out here. But I will say, even at 24 power, you don't get edge shadow. It's pretty clear edge to edge. Once I get this out, which I'm going to have to find a place to go because our wonderful Governor Wolf, that asshole, shut down all non-essential business. Now, if you've been following, they were able to get gun stores back open and consider them essential. But all the shooting ranges and stuff have been shut down for our safety. I'll leave it at that. But I am very, very excited. as soon as I get off this video, I'm going to put it on here, get my eye relief and everything set up, and then get a hold of one of my friends and see if I can go up to his buddy's place who has 100 acres not far from here. And then that way, I don't have to worry about the Gestapo coming and bothering us. So, but yeah, this is just a quick unboxing and a quick overview of the feature set on here. And I don't really care to do the illumination in here because it's illuminated. You're going to see it indoors. I'll do it outdoors. For me, I don't care. When it comes to something like this, I don't care about daylight bright because I am not going to use it daylight. I am just going to use the crosshair. If for any reason I need to distinguish a target that has a very dark color to it, I can turn the reticle on, and typically, even the ones that aren't daylight bright, you can see the difference of the reticle. It may not be a whole lot, but all I need is something to just change that little bit of color so that I can differentiate my my crosshair from the target, which may be, I have a black target or whatever the case may be. But I will, when I do the full review on this, I will cover all that glass clarity and illumination and all that other stuff. I'll do a tracking test on it. I'll see if I can film this stuff, and being that I'll have a little bit of time on my hands for at least the next 2 weeks, I'll see what I can do about getting out there, running the rifle. I'm waiting for more ammo to come in that I ordered, but it's like a 15-day delay on shipping because so many people have been ordering. So I will try to do my best for tracking. Just run it through the mill and see how it goes. I'm not looking for something that can survive, Afghanistan or Iraq, because I don't live in Afghanistan or Iraq. I have no plans on going there in any type of military or armed fighter capacity. And if anything was to happen stateside where there was a shit hit the fan scenario, it's never going to be like that. So most of your stuff is going to be good for home defense. And so if it's good enough for home defense, it's going to be good enough to defend yourself in a shit hit the fan scenario. Unless you're running something like CV Life or some absolute crap that just breaks under recoil. But yeah. So this video was longer than I wanted it to be because, like I said, I have a tendency to ramble. But I will follow back up on this once everything's done. I will be putting out a few more. I'm going to try to do one a week if I can. I don't have too much stuff. If I can borrow other people's stuff to do reviews on, I'll do that too. But I will follow up with this when I can. And in between this, I'm going to do a review on my Ruger AR-556 because I've been meaning to do that. And I've been seeing a lot of good sales on them. They haven't been price gouged, which is nice. So I will follow up on that in the next day or two. And then I'll revisit this. So again, if you can find these, I think they're very good value, especially now at what they're going on with, since they're being discontinued basically of their entire line. So I've seen them as low as $349.99 for the 4-16 illuminated. So that means the non-illuminated is probably going to be cheaper. And this one is $549.99 out of Optics Planet, or not Optics Planet, I'm sorry, Euro Optics. And but if you go on to their eBay store, they you get them for $4.99. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll follow up in the next video with that Ruger, and then we'll go from there. I hope everybody stays safe, and I will see you in the next video.